looking at seal toys, a few more of them. I came across this one, which is looking very battered. It was one of the very earliest thermochromic ink ones. The ink that's made of, the colour, which is a sort of greyish, bluish colour or purplish colour, changes when the kid has it in the bath. It's a bath toy. In cold water, it appears like this. Never mind the tatty bit at the bottom. But this is some hot water I've got here. We'll see what happens. It should change colour quite dramatically if I put it in. Oh yes, look at that. And look at the difference in colour. Extraordinary. So there it is, but bright pink. And then when you put it into under the cold tap, it'll go back to being purplish again. So a remarkable piece of work. That it's just a pity that it's deteriorated so much. But these are plastics which do things like that. But never mind. A much more normal but very clever one is made by MAGNETO. This is an ingenious idea. It's a seal with a ball it's going to play with. But here's the clever bit: when you push it towards it, it makes the ball spin because there's a magnet inside here and there's a magnet inside here. As you push it across the table, it starts to spin. And I'll make it go the other way as well. A bit like those dancing figures. And then when you finish playing with it, this is a nice little extra touch. You park it on top of the thing. Now, isn't that sweet? I'll show you the thing in detail because it's a very nicely made one by a German company called MAGNETO, who've been making stuff like that. Well, I'll take it off this first just to show the seal. Quite nice. So now we'll put the ball on top of him, which is a nice magnet. You can see a darkish bit there. That's the magnet inside. And that parks very nicely on top of his head, making it look very, very spectacular, isn't it? But it does that lovely effect of making the ball revolve, turn around as if by magic, due to the two magnets, one in the ball and one on the base of the seal, opposing each other. So very well done by MAGNETO, that one. There's another one which is called a sea lion. I was a bit bothered it was a different species, but I looked up the dictionary. No, a sea lion is just a Pacific version of the seal. I'll see if I can get him to focus, because this one is particularly nicely made. Look at the whiskers and everything, beautiful. And the body taking all the way back to the end. And when the tail comes off with a bit of a pull, there's a ballpoint pen at the end. It works well, and the biro works still after all these, or the ballpoint pen still works after all these years. So, a very nicely made product there. The last one to show is a wonderful wind-up toy with double action, which is superb. Well, let's show it up the camera first. It's got a wheel there with a rubber tire on it. What's that for? Well, you'll see in a second. And you've got flippers. These things flip, 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 flip. And a wind-up motor. So he does a double action, which is absolutely delightful. He needs a bit of space too. So let's wind him up. Amazing, isn't it? Flop, 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 flop. Down he goes and twiddles round and round. Let's do a few more turns because this is such an extraordinary, diverting bit of mechanics. So that's why it's got the rubber rim around the equator of the ball, because it's got to grip onto a table. If you do it on a very smooth table, it needs something to grip onto. It's got two distinct phases. And notice the little tail at the back. That's going waggle, waggle, waggle as well, which is superb. Beautiful. So that's probably the best one I've come across. And automaton, it's such a surprise to see it suddenly leap into the second bit of action is just marvellous. There's going to be a few more seals to find. So I'll see if I can dig out a few more of them, but I don't think I'll find anything quite as good as that. Never mind, I'll keep hunting.